Hello folks, this is Kenny with Just the Right Angle giving a real quick update on some news events. First one is Affirmative Action was ruled unconstitutional by the United States Supreme Court. Should have been done years ago, but better late than never. So racial quotas are basically illegal, mainly regarding colleges. I'm not sure what other places where it might be effective. There was an attempt to deal with this issue in the Arkansas legislature, but Arkansas Republicans chickened out on passing legislation that would have dealt with this. And that leads to my next issue is the Republican Party of Arkansas has decided to double their fees from $50,000 to $30,000 to run for Congress. This is mainly designed to keep conservatives out because conservatives, by and large, don't have much money and connections to the consultant class types, the Chamber of Commerce type individuals. So the idea is they claim that with increasing filing fees is designed to make people more credible, as Representative Crawford claims. Of course, what we really need is to vet these candidates via debates and town halls. Force them to state what they plan to do, and more importantly, what they've done regarding the Republican Party of Arkansas platform. That's what we really need to vet candidates. This section right here, if you can see, is one that interests me. Doubling of the filing fees for the GOP congressional candidates was not made at the request of any congressman or anyone affiliated with them. And this is what's her name, Amber Crawford, who made the statement. The big obvious question should be who actually made this request. It doesn't say in this article, so we don't know. It may be Doyle Webb, who made an attempt to remove conservatives from being representatives from Saline County GOP for the district committee. Was it Melanie Golick, the former 2nd Congressional District Chair, who was voted out and replaced with Jennifer Lancaster? Who actually made this request? It's most likely Steve Lux made it for the executive committee as far as introducing it, but who actually made this? Was it JCD Consulting, Impact Management, one of the other consultant firms? Who made this request? Because it seems like it only benefits the what we call the Rhino establishment country club Republicans, not the ones who actually want to fight stuff like the Saline County Library and the stuff in our schools. And here's another issue where Republican parties in the past has failed but has been dealing with, and that's of course crypto mining, paper ballots. There's lots of closed primaries to keep Democrats from sabotaging. This is a picture of Conrad Reynolds, who when he filed for office, he did this as kind of a way to show people what it takes to run. And this was way back in 2014. So 30,000, and of course these are $1 bills. He made it to kind of make a point. You're really just doing this to keep conservatives out of the process. And he urges people to call Seth May, who is the Republican Party of Arkansas director, or Cordy Highland, who is the chair. Call their office and tell them that this is unacceptable. And of course, Colonel Conrails is going to have his own show pretty soon. I wish I could. He's going to have a bunch of guests on. Carrie Lake, who's actually going to be in Arkansas July 15th at the Arkansas 1st District meeting in Cabot. You can type in Arkansas 1st District to see information about that. More of a recent event that's coming up, and one of the issues, again, that I wish the Republican Party would devote more effort toward is fighting crypto mining. The crypto mining effort here in the state of Arkansas is done by Greenway, a shady company that is apparently connected to Communist China. This organization, and they have been setting up these crypto mining facilities. There's one in Greenbrier, there's 3 in Newport. They tried to set one up in Harrison, and the people there rose up and stopped it. They put pressure on their mayor and their planning commission to keep this business, you call it business in quotation marks because it's not really a business. It's actually got a tax exempt status, so they don't provide hardly any jobs to the area. So all the little selling points that were used to claim that this is helping people, It actually doesn't do that. Like I said, it's a product of communist China. In addition to that, it also seems to be they also make noise that's so unbearable that it actually devalues people's property and apparently causes damage to wildlife and even people. Of course, it's going to drive up the electric bill, which real legitimate businesses, mainly mom and pop stores, are going to have to pay for. So there's a fight against that. It's tonight at 7. I'll live stream that. You can also check it on Just the Right Angle and Rumble. I'm going to try to set up my Just the Right Angle stream on either Kick or Rumble. I may try to do one or both. It's kind of give me a toss-up of how I can do that. August 8th, there's 2 special elections. One is in Alma, and the other is in Sebastian County, which is mainly Fort Smith area. You're going to be hit with a tax extension. What happened is your lawmakers raised your taxes and then promised to sunset them, and now they have found an excuse to keep those taxes raised by other pet projects. And usually they devote some money to police and fire, but what they do is they waste their money on pet projects, and so the police and fire don't get enough funding to maintain or expand, and now they cry and say, well, we got to have funding for all this. What they should do is have money for first responders be for first responders only, and not for parks and rec and some tourist pet project. But that's happening August 8th, Sebastian County and Alma. There may be other special election tax increases going on across the state, and the bill that bans those special election tax increases doesn't go until next year. So right now there are 4 dates where they can schedule tax increases to minimize voter turnout, and that is the only reason to schedule a tax increase for August 8th or Valentine's Day, or when they schedule these tax increases, is to minimize the voter turnout, because they don't want to govern. They just want you to pay for more government. And then August 19th, to kind of circle back to this issue of the Republican Party, that is the date of the Republican Summer Committee, where rules can be and resolutions can be submitted before the state committee. Republican people from all across the state will be there, and they will, officers will be there to make decisions on these type of issues. If you will have a resolution or an idea regarding this, or things like closed primaries, or whether or not candidates should have debates, whether or not executive committee meetings should be recorded, whatever it is, you have, I think, until July, I want to say 17th, to submit it before the executive committee, but I believe you can submit resolutions before the floor. If you want something to pass, you generally want to do is have it sent throughout the state so that other people can look at it and decide, hey, I like this, no, I don't. This needs to be added, that sort of thing. So that's kind of the agenda that's going on. Again, tonight at 7 in Vilonia. I'll try to get there a little early and set up a live stream with Facebook, Rumble, this Facebook account, Rumble, Just the Right Angle, and Kick at Just the Right Angle. That's about it.